Hello, everyone. Caratalk is an association which helps bridge the gap between industry, academia, and research. And today, I have with me someone who epitomizes this intersection. Meet Alexis Berolati, a dynamic entrepreneur who's using blockchain technology to revolutionize the certification process. He's the co founder and chief operating officer of BC Diploma, a company which dematerializes and automates the issuance of certified diplomas and certificate. Hello, Alexis. It's nice to have you.
Hello, good morning, Pooja. I'm really happy to participate to today's interview.
Thank you. Okay, so I have the first question for you. Can you tell us more about yourself and your journey which led to starting this venture?
Of course, of course. Good morning, everyone. Hello, everyone. My name is Alexis Berolati. I am French. And to make it sharp, I have about 20 years of experience in entrepreneurship. I used to work in various companies and to help these companies to be created and to grow up. And 5 years ago, I had a colleague of mine in my previous job who had the idea to use the blockchain emerging technology to build a certification solution in education space. Just to explain, we were working in a software company editing solutions dedicated to education sector. So we knew pretty well this market. And we identified at this moment the lack of a satisfying solution allowing institutions, universities, colleges to issue certified and verifiable credentials. There was a lack of this kind of solutions because we were also facing the explosion of fake degrees on LinkedIn profiles, on CVs. You have to know that the fake credentials market is an increasing market. So it's really annoying for schools because it causes problem when you need to check the authenticity of credentials. So they couldn't maintain their brand image. So we decided to use the blockchain technology to build BC Diploma. So basically, BC Diploma has been created in 2017. And the idea was to offer institutions the possibility to generate and to issue digital credentials that will be stored on the blockchain and will become impossible to falsify. So when we started the journey, because we are working in the blockchain space, we did an ICO, an initial coin offering. This is a fundraising in crypto space. So our ICO occurred at the beginning of 2018. Sorry, it was the first successful ICO in France. And thanks to this success, we could quit our respective jobs and we could focus full-time for BC Diploma project. So in 2018, it took us about 10 months to develop a first version of BC Diploma. In December 2018, we had a first customer with the University Paris Descartes. And we are pretty happy today because 3 years after, a bit less than 3 years after, we have a bit more than 100 users of BC Diploma solution deployed in 17 countries. So we are pretty happy with the business development of the solution. It meets a real success. So it's the proof that the solution answers existing problematics. And we also built strong partnerships with important companies and organizations. I would just say that we have an important partnership with Microsoft, with a co-selling program. Microsoft people can send BC Diploma in their education market. So in few words, this is the journey of BC Diploma company, Pooja.
That's nice. That's quite a success. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, and so can you talk about the vision of your company?
Of course, of course. So BC Diploma is still a startup company. We are a bit more than 10 people. We have something like 75% of technical people. We have a sales team and we have also the direction team. So we are a startup company. We love the startup system and the startup activity, the day-by-day activity. We work in an agile space, and that's it. And we are really fond of our jobs because we consider ourselves as pioneers in our sector, because blockchain is still an emerging technology, even if we have tons of different blockchain projects in each industry. But we had back in 2018, we had to solve unsolved problems on many sides of our activity. So of course there was technical topics, but there was also legal topics. We had also administrative problems because we are a blockchain company, and you know that blockchain may suffer of a bad image. So it was really challenging for us to build a strong company and to build our activity in a legal aspect. So it is really a passionate thing. So that's it up to today, and our vision for the future. We want to become a worldwide major player in a blockchain space and in a digital credentials space. So that's it. Our main sector today is the education sector. The name of our product is BC Diploma. So we help institutions to generate digital degrees, digital transcripts, or open badges. But we are also opening other sectors upon opportunities. Because we built a totally flexible solution allowing to certify any kind of digital document. It can be an insurance, it can be a norm document, it can be a notary deed, it can be also the certification paper of authenticity for a piece of art. So it's really exciting, and we are quite ambitious to become a worldwide player.
Okay, that sounds amazing. So we have talked you've talked a lot about the using blockchain technology, but I think it would be nice, maybe our viewers don't know about it. So could you elaborate on exactly what is blockchain technology, and can you explain the concept of using this technology for issuing digital credentials?
Of course, Pucha. So basically, just to let you know, I'm not a technical guy, so I won't go too much into development or technical details of the blockchain. But for those of you who are watching the video and are not comfortable with blockchain, the blockchain is a ledger of information. Okay, it's like a USB key. It's like your computer's hard drive. We will store information on the blockchain. So the blockchain is a chain of blocks of information, and when we plug a new block of information on the blockchain, the information, the data that is contained in this block becomes totally tamper-proof, because one of the main characteristics of the blockchain is what we call the data immutability. It means that on a blockchain, we can write information, we can read information, but we can never delete or modify information. So when you put degrees information on the blockchain, it becomes totally tamper-proof. It won't be possible to falsify this information over the time. The second main characteristic of the blockchain is the decentralization of this ledger of information. The ledger exists in a very important number of copies, meaning that if one copy disappears, all the other copies are here to give instantaneously access to the information. So this decentralization will guarantee a very long sustainability of the information. So the digital credentials that will be generated thanks to BC Diploma will be accessible for life. So it's really convenient for users. So this is one way to consider the blockchain. It's a ledger of information that is immutable and decentralized, okay? And after, we have a lot of different things to say about the blockchain. So you have to know that there is different kinds, different families of blockchain. We have public blockchains, we have private blockchains. So the public blockchains contain information that are accessible from everybody. Everybody can access a public blockchain information. And the protocols, the consensus protocols to validate information are known from everybody. Okay, so this is a really transparent ledger of information. And we basically, and in the standard version of BC Diploma, we use public blockchains because of the need of the transparency of the solution. But you have also private blockchains. So we could imagine a group of different universities building their own blockchain network. That would be a private network in which you cannot access if you are not authorized to access this information. Okay, so we have public blockchains, private blockchains. We have also consortium blockchains. It's a mix of public and private blockchains. So this is also an important aspect of the blockchain technology. For the public blockchains, one important topic also is the consensus protocols to validate information. So maybe I won't go too much in detail today, but this is really, an interesting topic. We have different ways to validate information that will be stored on the blockchain in a new block. So we have what we call the proof of stake. We have the proof of work. So it's different protocols that will validate information stored on the blockchain. And it's interesting because there is different impacts, and there is a lot of topics regarding the consensus, regarding sustainability. Maybe you heard about the sustainability problem and the energetic consumption of the blockchain technology. It's a major topic for a lot of blockchain users. So these are topics really interesting when we want to dig into this, and there is a lot of research and development to do on these validation protocols. So that's it. And back to BC Diploma, what we are doing with the blockchain. So really quickly, our customers, universities, colleges who want to issue digital credentials will use our application to generate digital attestations, digital templates, okay, in which there is the student parameters to be imported. The templates are totally customizable in terms of design, in terms of content. We have no limitation. Once again, we can build a degree, we can build a transcript, we can build an attestation of obtention of competency, etc., etc. Based on the application, users will import the students' data, and after, in a few clicks, they will generate a blockchain digital credential. So what happens in the application? We take the digital credential data, we encrypt this digital credential data very strongly to make this encrypted data totally anonymous on a legal aspect, and we put this encrypted data on the blockchain. So of course we encrypt the data and we make this encrypted data anonymous to be GDPR compliant. This is super important for us, of course, and most of all for our customers. So we patented our own encryption algorithm based on AES 256 GCM encryption algorithm. So it's really the top level of encryption solutions. And we put this encrypted data on chain, and we are the only player on this market to encrypt data and to put encrypted data on chain. In exchange, we are going to generate one link, one URL per certificate. You send, the university sends the link to the students, and after, the student is free to share this link on his CV, to send the link via email, to share the link on his LinkedIn profile, allowing anyone who wants to check the certificate to click on this link, and in a single click, you will display the digital credential that contains all the proofs of authenticity regarding the issuing institution and regarding the credential data. So we give access to all these proofs of authenticity. Anyone who consults BC Diploma attestation will have the possibility to check its authenticity thanks to the blockchain technology. So in few words, this is the product we built thanks to this technology.
Okay. Thank you. That was very clear and very, very interesting. Surely, I know that I'm going to read more into it and know more about it.
Yeah.
Now, I guess we are also, the audience might even have a lot of enthusiastic people, young researchers who want to start their own startups. So, one of the questions that they may have and they would want to ask you is, can you talk about one or two challenges that you faced while conceptualizing and marketing this new trend of blockchain?
Yes. So what could I let people know? I think one important point is to be aware, of course, of new technologies, because why we built BC Diploma? We built BC Diploma because we were working with my co-founders. We were working in a sector, in an industry sector. We identified a problematic, and we found the technical solution to solve these problematics. Okay, so it was just a question of opportunity. 4 years ago, there was a lot to do regarding the digital credentials, because in the HR industry, people who hire people who enroll new employees, they need to check authenticity of experiences, of formation quickly. Okay, so this is a major problem, and it's complicated to check all the degrees on a CV, because you have to call the school, you have to pay sometime a fee to get the information regarding the authenticity of the degree. So it was just a question of opportunity for a BC Diploma use case. So you have to be aware. You have to, of course, to be curious, and you have also to be confident to move and to start the project. And after, it's really super exciting to build a new activity. And once we built BC Diploma, we still have some challenges to sell the solution. Because blockchain is still a new technology, so it's hard sometimes to convince stakeholders and decision makers that this is the right technology for their digital credential solution. So when we sell BC Diploma to a new institution, we have to talk half time about BC Diploma and half time about blockchain technology, just to make people confident in the fact that this is the right technology for the solution they are looking for. So that's it. And in addition, of course, creating and working in a startup is a day-by-day challenge, because you have tons of things, different things to do. So it's really challenging, but of course exciting.
Okay, thank you so much. Um, What are the current developing applications of blockchain technology right now?
Wow, good question, Pooja. To be honest, my answer will be that blockchain technology is integrated in all industry sectors today. Okay, so you can find super important blockchain projects in each industry, the bank, the supply chain. I don't know what to say, but believe me, blockchain technology is thanks to the cornerstones of the blockchain, because the main idea of the blockchain is that thanks to this technology, you will avoid third parties validation. Okay, so maybe the most common thing about blockchain is the Bitcoin. So the Bitcoin is one blockchain among other blockchains. And the idea of the Bitcoin is that if you have some Bitcoins and I have some Bitcoins, Pooja, we can exchange our Bitcoins without any bank. Okay, so there is no fee, there is no latence, there is nothing to wait. So based on this idea, you can share trusted information without any third party. So there is so many use cases you can imagine. And also on some public blockchains, there is the smart contract technology. It's a small applications that are deployed on the blockchain, so they are totally tamper-proof, and they will validate transactions if all the steps are validated. So we in BC Diploma solution, we use the smart contract technology, and you can build really intelligent solutions that will validate transactions, that will validate different kind of things between parties without any other third party that will validate these transactions. So it's really interesting. And once again, you have tons of different use cases. Recently, I had a discussion with some entrepreneurs who are building a solution for refugees. Because when you are a refugee and when you cross seas and different countries, you cannot bring your money with you, of course. So they are developing solutions based on blockchain for refugees that will store very securely their money. And once the refugees will land on their adventure, they will have the possibility easily to recover their funds and to get their money without any problem. So this is just one use case I have in mind, because I had this discussion 2 days ago with the guys. So that's it, a lot of different projects. So for people who are watching the video, if you are interested in blockchain technology, I'm sure you will find the sector you like, and you will find a blockchain projects in this sector.
Thank you. That was very interesting, especially the refugee point. That was something that was unheard of. So thank you for bringing that up. Okay, now shifting our focus towards more, applicant-centric questions. So, so the first question I would like, and I'm sure everybody would like to know, is can you name 3 advantages and 3 red flags you look for in every candidate?
Well, I will try. Okay, so once again, we are a startup company, so we have to be agile, flexible, open-minded. So of course, we love people that are super curious, okay, and able to dig into a new topic and to try and succeed, or maybe not succeed, but we want people curious because new things and new topics comes every day in our activity. We are also a decentralized company in the way that since the very beginning of our activity, we are mainly working from home. Okay, so all BC Diploma employees are working home office. So we also ask our collaborators to be autonomous in their jobs, in their tasks, because this is important. Unfortunately, we don't have the time, and we don't want to put too much hierarchy in our activities. So autonomy is really a good point when you want to work with us. And yes, you have to be able to have initiative and to bring new interesting ideas, because this is it. We are still a small team. We have tons of work, and it's always a pleasure when you discover someone who helped us to move forward on a specific topic without having to discuss, to meet, and to build a project. So this is it: flexibility, agility, curiosity, and autonomy would be the main points.
Okay. And what about red flags? What do you
Red flags, yes, of course. Red flags. Maybe our activity is not dedicated for what I would call career-oriented people. That's it, because a lot of people want to have stability in their jobs and to know where will there be in 3 years, this kind of stuff. So of course, this is not our ADN, DNA. This is not how we are used to work. So maybe these people should consider to work in other sectors, industries. We also faced some problems with anxious collaborators. So this is a tricky topic, but yes, anxious people will maybe really anxious at BC Diploma Company because we are working in a black box, and each month we have a new topic to dig into, to solve, and it can be something hard to consider for some people. And yes, because I said that we are looking flexible people, that this is it. People who are looking for a specific job with really dedicated tasks, and who are not open to shift to another topic quickly and to go back to other topics, may find working at BC Diploma complicated.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm sure everyone's made a note of it, whoever wants to apply to this job. So, can you name a few job roles specifically suited for PhD researchers, and why do you feel that a PhD researcher is an ideal candidate for this job?
Good question. Okay, so we are still a small team, huh? So we are not a lot of different departments, of a lot of different services. To date, maybe a good jobs for PhD students or postdocs who apply for jobs would be, of course, IT development. Okay, because we are just working in an research and development space every day. So we are looking for highly talented developers, architects, and yes, because we sorry to insist, but we have a lot of research fields in our activity. I could let you know about cross-chain aspects. It means that by default, a blockchain solution will use one specific blockchain, but in tomorrow's world, we'll need applications that are able to communicate with many different blockchains. So this is a super interesting research and development topic. Architecture optimization, of course, because you are not controlling everything in the process, because when you work with public blockchains, you have to work with miners who will validate the transactions. So there's a lot of things to do to improve this architecture, to improve the process, the speed of transactions, etc., etc. And last topic, the DID, the decentralized identity. This is a brand new topic also. The idea is that tomorrow, Pooja, you will have the possibility to prove that you are the real Pooja with a decentralized solution. And you will link all your different credentials and maybe tomorrow your digital driving license, your digital passport with your digital identity. And the digital identity is a huge topic in which many companies and public organizations such as the European Commission are involved. So we are also working on the decentralized identity topic. So this is it. Keep in mind that the jobs will be developers, architects in the IT sector with all the fields I just told about.
Okay. Thank you so much for that information. So apart from so from what I gathered, I guess you're more looking for someone who has an expertise in the IT sector. But how important is it to have a good knowledge of other fields as well for this job?
I think this is not very important. This is not mandatory because we love people who are passionate about their topic. So of course it's a plus. So if we can meet people who are interested and who has a good knowledge of, for instance, cryptography technology, this is super important. And after other fields, maybe AI. It's interesting because, of course, there will be a lot of bridges between blockchain and AI. And also other topics that are not technical, such as the regulation, the legal topics that may be also interesting because we have a lot of things to do also on these topics.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, now something, this is a very fun round. I have few rapid fire questions for you just to delve deeper into the mind of a recruiter. And here are a bunch of questions which you don't have to think a lot, you just have to reply. So uh, here we go. So, would you rather hire first an experienced candidate or a young talented risk taker for an entry level position?
A young, talented risk taker, of course.
Okay. Second, someone who plays by the book or someone who's willing to think beyond boundaries?
Same. It's easy to answer someone who think beyond the boundaries, of course.
Okay. Someone who operates with clear organizational hierarchies or someone who believes in a flat structure?
Mm, this one is not easy. Maybe the first one, someone who operates within clear hierarchy. Yeah.
Okay. A hyper specialist or a multidisciplinarian?
Hyper specialist.
A lone wolf or a team player?
Hmm. Difficult one. I would choose a team player because even if a lone wolf can work really well, we need to work together every day, and the communication is super important. So team player.
Okay. An unsociable workaholic or an enthusiastic procrastinator?
Unsociable workaholic.
Okay. Hard worker or Mr. Know It All?
Hard worker.
Okay. Critical thinker or motivator for a high level position?
Critical thinker, of course.
Okay. So that was it. This was fun.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for answering all the questions so nicely.
My
And I
pleasure.
am sure that all the listeners are going to take back a lot of information. Is there anything else you would like to add?
I just want to thank you, Pooja, for this interview. I'm really happy to share our journey, our adventure at VC Diploma with people that will consult and watch the video. So thanks a lot, Pooja.
Thank you so much for taking out the time to meet us.
My pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.